although some people stayed, others are heeding the warning when it comes to Tropical Storm Barry. Liza Lucas is at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport this morning, where the storm is already causing a disruption to travel. Good morning, Liza.
Good morning, Christy. Well, the good news is the security checkpoint lines are moving smoothly this morning. We're going to give you a live look right now. But we want to be clear, the FAA and airport officials here at Hartsfield-Jackson, they are warning travelers that they are anticipating delays today ahead of Tropical Storm Barry. And we've just learned via Twitter that all Delta flights to and from New Orleans Armstrong International Airport have been canceled for today. I was watching other cancellations come in, so a lot of eyes on those boards this morning, and officials really telling people to watch the airline updates, check the status on your flight, and give yourself time, more than that 2-hour window, to ensure that you're not going to miss your flight. Now, meanwhile, volunteers in Georgia are lending a hand to the Gulf Coast as it braces for Barry.
One of these is our ERV, which is ERV, Emergency Response Vehicles. And what they do is that they can hold food, they can serve lunch, they can serve dinner. We can have our cleaning kits and our comfort kits in there to make sure that we help our families with the recovery process after the disaster.
Now, more than a dozen disaster workers from the state are already in Louisiana, are on their way, and more, actually, Christy, are expected to deploy after landfall. Of course, we're going to keep you posted. We're going to be here this morning at Hartsfield-Jackson, watching those boards this morning. Stay in touch with the airlines in the meantime. I'm going to send it back to you.
They are always ready to help out anybody in need. Let's just hope the storm doesn't do too much damage. Thanks a lot, Liza.